Hey y'all, welcome back. Well, today's an exciting day here at Pine Life. This makes 2 years to the date that I put my first video on. So I'm going to cover several things in this video. I'm going to cover kind of what the original intent was when I started this channel, what I've learned, what I'm making per month, and how it's growing and what my future plans are. So I'll start back at the first. So this channel, basically, I always wanted to hunt. I always wanted to film me and my cousins. We always deer hunted ever since we were little, and we've hunted a lot of the local land right here, some public land. And we tried the video and think we didn't know how to edit, and that's back when there was tapes and you didn't have the SD cards and all the luxury of technology that we have today. And so we just never really hooked up and made a commitment to do it. But over time, we record on our phones and different stuff, you know, when we see deer and stuff. So basically how this started, my cousin Keith, dear friend of mine, he's like my brother. We grew up doing a lot of things together. And Keith, unfortunately, had a four-wheeler accident right down next to where we hunt at his house. And he lost his life in February of 2020. That's the picture that's always in when I'm doing the YouTube room that says, "Till we meet again," and I will see him again. But anyway, that happened, and I didn't really think much about YouTube then. And then I noticed I started trying to go through my phone and find old tapes or anything that had Keith on it. You start trying to hold on to them little pieces. And one thing that really struck home to me, we were sitting at his mom's house and my aunt's, and she said, "Jamie, don't you have anything with, Keith's voice, maybe him killing a deer, maybe him retrieving a deer?" And I'm like, "No." I found one little smidget on his son Harley's video where you can hear him talk, but it's very faint. So it kind of struck me, well, maybe I ought to start trying to video, but I didn't know how to edit or anything. Well, I started watching YouTube and about how people edit and what you're supposed to start on. And then I got to thinking about my kids. Even me hunting with my dad. If I had some videos of him hunting and killing, I can watch them. Whether he goes before me or I go before him, vice versa, or my kids could go back and watch. And then I got thinking, well, what if I can do stuff to help people? Well, the more I thought about it, the more that I pretty much knew I was going to do it. So I put this video together on April 12th, I released it on April 12th of 2020, and you can go back and watch the very first video that I made. It's Welcome to Piney, and it kind of tells everything why I start the way I do, or why I started the channel. And then, of course, I mentioned some other stuff, and that we had a pretty big deal with a neighbor killing a big deer we've been after for years. So kind of thought that's what the channel would start out with, and I stuck with that. I tried videoing, and I videoed everything on an iPhone. I did not have a big camera like I've got now, or a nicer camera. I didn't have all this B-roll style camera stuff. I didn't have none of it, didn't know nothing about it. But I got it out there. Well, that being said, in the first year, I had to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. Now, when you get to thinking about that, you think, well, that probably ain't too hard. Yeah, it's pretty hard. And to be dead honest, a hunting channel just usually don't make it unless you're somebody like Hunting Public. You're like Catman. Excellent channel. There's a few others I won't care to mention. Those are two of my favorites. But anyway, that style channel is stuck to exactly what they do. Well, I knew with mine, all the videos that you watch, Think Media and all them, they'll tell you need to pick a niche or a niche. 90%, unless you're an interesting person, you're not going to make it. You have to pick something and stay with it. Well, I don't travel enough and have enough time off to make enough footage for just turkey season. Enough footage for just fishing, predator hunting, deer hunting. So, and it's one thing I respect about a lot of these channels, Catman, all those, they treat them like a docuserie. They broke the stereotype of, well, we're going to cut the tail off your shirt. I wouldn't put a miss on there. I don't miss. I hunt this. Let me tell you something. Anybody that's on the other side of this camera, if you ain't missed, eventually you're going to miss, or something's going to happen. Whether the gun messes up, whether there's an element or whatever. But that's the point. When you see that, that's interesting. And you might not make the mistakes that I made on video or somebody else made on video. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do all my hunting as a docuseries. Not that every video is going to have a kill on it, but if it's got anything interesting or a mistake or a miss or anything, not to point blame at anybody, I'm going to record it and I'm going to release it. So I knew I had that figured out. I didn't even have editing figured out real good. And I will put on here in a minute what I used on my phone as far as editing tools. So, you know, my background has been hot rods, classic cars, race cars, welding, mechanicking. Things like that have always come easy to me and I'm good at it. So ATV repairs and stuff like that. So I thought, well, filler videos is what I call between seasons. And I found out that they work through seasons too. Just show how you do stuff, because that's the best thing about YouTube is how to. Now, I'm not saying it's the right way, and I usually always say it in my videos, even though some people don't listen to that part. The way I do it might not be the right way, but it's the way I do it, and it works for me. So, you know, that being said, there's a lot of people who's just going to want to argue and be a keyboard warrior, and sometimes you just got to overlook it. And some of them, if you handle them right, they end up being good friends at the end, so it's kind of funny. I'm learning from this every day. So this channel is about a hunting lifestyle. Basically, if we do food plots, we fix shooting houses, how we spray our food plots, what we do to our ATVs to make things better, for hunting purposes. If we go fishing, we go camping, just interesting stuff, and all the way down to the vehicle servicing. My big truck, my son's truck, the old C30 I've been working on, therapy truck. I get some four-wheelers in here that I buy, fix up, and sell, so I'm recording all of it. Now, the first year, I made it. I recorded everything on iPhone that first year, and I used InShot and Fonto all on my phone for the first 51 or 58 videos. I can't remember exactly. And that really helped me cut my teeth, or whatever you want to call, grind my teeth to figuring out how to do it. And so then I made the big jump. Right before deer season, I wanted to move from the camera or to the phone to a big camera. And I bought a used Canon. I don't care to tell you, it's Canon G40. It's got the DM100 mic on it. It had a few extras with it. Bought it from a good guy in Kentucky. He had a little bit of a YouTube channel. I think they got a pretty big Facebook channel now. And I bought his old camera when he decided to get out of it. And I think they got G50s now. But, you know, I got an arm and everything else, started practicing. Yes, I do carry the arm to the tree with me every time in my backpack. Every time. I got gear videos on it. People's like, I don't want to put that much effort into it. Actually, it can be a pain, but once you get used to it and get things organized and you get that camera set up, the reward is just so much better than not taking the camera, because you don't take the camera, you're not going to catch something cool. Even though sometimes you take the camera, you still don't catch it, but it'll be there. So that being said, I've upgraded to a camera, and I've got a turkey season and a deer season under my belt. The number one, and basically the way my channel breaks down at this point, if you looked at the analytics of my channel, my best popular video is the deer, how to OxyClean a deer skull. It's the way I've done it for years. A lot of people really like it around here. I've done a bunch of them. Now, not everybody agreed with it, and some people really got aggravated, and I actually shot that video in the middle of the year. And YouTube scales your video by how much of a rise you get to how much they push it, being how many views you get in the first 24 hours. Well, I did that video and I think I had 12 views in the first 2 months. I did it in like July. Well, when deer season got here, that video started getting so much attention, it started skyrocketing and YouTube started pushing it. Well, it went all the way into February and leveled back out dead and went across real slow through the summer, and then the next season, boom, it skyrocketed up again. YouTube pushed it again. And so a lot of my subscribers that first year came from the how-to videos on the Pioneer. It came from the hunting videos that I was doing, and even some of the DIY stuff around the skull hanger. That's another big one, how to hang your Euro skull. There was a lot of people. I had a bunch of different people, different types of people that's there for different reasons, and they usually say that's when the channel falls down, but actually it's not. It's worked out. I mean, I've got people that's waiting for the next Pioneer video, but I might have a run of UTV videos they catch, and a lot of the guys that's got Pioneers, and girls, women hunt too, and they do ride four-wheelers and ATVs, do everything men does. Almost everything men does. Well, they can do anything men does, put their mind to it. But those style people would wait on the Pioneer video. Or I've got people say, man, I can't wait to turkey season. I'm catching all your videos. Can't wait to turkey season, you know. Can't wait till deer season comes. So you got them people that's dedicated, and they don't care to sit and watch your videos on whatever you're doing if you're interested at all. So the very first year, I got 1,820 something subscribers, which was awesome. You can see, go back and look at the video a year ago. You'll see what I'm talking about. I was astonished. 800 more than what I had to have, and it was just like, man, this is crazy. And I had it added up that I would have somewhere around, the way I added it, I'd have somewhere around 3,000. I can't remember how I come up with that number, but I did the analytics add up, and I might have had 3,000 by this year, which would have tickled me to death. But I'm happy to announce, today we hit 4,800, and it's amazing. So I've had one full year and a few months under my belt of getting paid on YouTube. So I'll tell you right now, I don't make a lot of money on YouTube, but I do make some money. Now, it's really what helps for YouTube to push it is if people will comment or at least subscribe, and then them at least like the video. Just hit the little thumbs up, and if they share the video, whatever, and comments big. The more comments you get, the more interaction you get, the more YouTube wants to push it, which just helps you and helps your channel grow, because they'll push your videos and get it to the people that's like you, that hunt like you do, or need to see your videos that you're helping, and then it'll keep going from there. So the best month I've made is, I think it was December last year. I made $320 in 1 month. And people's like, wow, you know, that's half a paycheck or whatever, that's good. Really, it's not that much when you take the time you put in to videoing, to what you're paying for what editor you've got now on your computer, to pay for the computer that you bought, you take the camera that you bought. And I'm not trying to depress everybody. I just think a lot of these people go on there and say what they make, they're not taking in consideration what they have to spend to make that money. So the camera, $1,000, not counting. I mean, I probably got $1,500 in camera gear, maybe $2,000 in camera gear. So I didn't even make my money back that year, because on an average month it's $120, $176. So as far as YouTube itself, most I've ever made is $325 a month, and I have a spike. It pretty much shoots up from November, December, January. My channel's hot. YouTube's pushing it. Everything's good. Numbers are going up. Analytics are great. Money's coming in. During the rest of the year, I would just hit and miss, and I've started trying something different. I might put 7 videos 1 month and none in May, and then 5 in June, and maybe 1 in July. Well, what I found out after some of my own studying and trying, I'm trying to make over 10-minute videos. I don't want to lose anybody if I can in that 15 minutes to 10 minutes. But you have to have 10 minutes to get at least a front, a mid, and an end ad to run, and that's how you make money. That's how you get your money for YouTube is advertisement. That's basically how it works. So even if people click through them, they're still on your video, and you're making clean videos, and you're going by the guidelines that YouTube sets. So you got to be iffy about what guns you talk about, what stuff you do, how you modify stuff. You really got to read that and answer it right to keep good ratings. So, you know, $2,000 in gear, not counting SD cards and time to do this stuff, it can get pretty expensive. But what I've learned is if you do it right in your first year, if you just video and get it out there, if it's deer season, if it's fishing, if it's how-tos, if it's mechanicking, just do the videos, put them out, be smart about it, share it to your social medias, make sure there's links there. If you're working on one certain car and doing 15 different things, create a playlist where people can watch them in a row. Do stuff like that and see what get you more subscribers. And when it does, focus on that and really hammer on those videos and try to make them 10 minutes long and release at least 2 every month. If you possibly could, in that first year, do 1 a week. That would be great. If you could possibly make good content to get people's attention, that would be my advice to you. Go and get you, after your brand's made and everything, go get you a sticker. You can go to your local sign person or whatever. A lot of people's got cry cuts, whatever. Get your brand, put it on your vehicle, back glass, whatever. Make sure it says YouTube here at the bottom. These are the ones I sell, so it don't have YouTube on it. But you might be out and be at Walmart and somebody see it. And they're like, hey, I'm going to check it out. You might be at a rod run. You might be at an expo. You might be hunting somewhere. You might be traveling down the interstate. But it's that every little chance. You got to grind to get that. You got to do that hustle to try to get people to at least click on it and watch your video. Maybe YouTube will spike your video and help you get views. So that's what I would recommend. Now, once you get monetized, I actually bought the tires for my Pioneer on my terabyte video, which is coming up on 1 year. I bought them with my first 3 months of YouTube money. So that's pretty cool. But I got to thinking about this and I thought, oh, wait a minute. What if I do something different? So what I've done is I've been taking my money and buying hats and shirts, and then, where I can resell and recoup some of that money. But it also, when I sell those hats, what money I make, I buy these stickers and stuff to give to people. Ink pens, stickers for advertising. This stickers here from Sticker U. Give these away at trade shows to kids and stuff. It's got my emblem on it. It's got my brand. It's got YouTube at the bottom. People put these on cup holders, phones, four-wheelers, windows, helmets, your gun stocks. They go on anything, and they're perfect. And you can give these away at expos, and it's free advertising. It's not free advertising because you're paying for it, but it gets it out there. I mean, it gets more people to come to your channel. So I've probably ordered 5,000 of these things. If I sell out a bunch of hats, I use that money to buy more hats, more stickers, more decals, and stuff like that, and we're venturing into shirts. A lot of people say, why ain't you got somebody making your shirts? Well, I'm picky about what kind of shirts I wear. I'm picky about what kind of hats I wear. I like Outdoor LC. I like Richardson. I like hats like that because I got a big head. I'm 6 foot, 280 pounds, and I got a huge melon. When it says hats will fit most, mine usually ain't most. So if it'll fit me, I'll sell it. I will get it embroidered and sold. Not saying I won't venture into more merch and more sayings and more stuff down the road if it keeps growing. But as of right now, that's what I use that money for. So max 320, lowest is about 100. That's about as low as it goes. I vary, and it's according by year. Now, what I have changed this year, and I've learned, I'm doing 2 videos a week spaced out the same. On Tuesdays and Saturdays, I release a video if I've got one to release, and I send them through, and they're 10 minutes or longer, or I try to shorten them up, whatever. And that consistency seems to be paying off in several different ways for my viewers. Some people are wanting the turkey stuff, some people's wanting the Pioneer stuff, some people's wanting just the how-to stuff. So try to do enough to keep everybody happy. Run playlists in order where people can click on a playlist for a four-wheeler and follow everything I've done to that four-wheeler. They go to the Pioneer, they follow everything on a Pioneer. They go to the CTC build, they follow everything, the camper. So on and so on. I won't keep on, but you could get into all the hunting you want and just watch 3 years worth of hunting that we filmed, or 2 years. This is just 2 years, but we'll have 3 turkey seasons soon because we're filming our 3rd turkey season. We got 2020, 2021's filmed and out, and we're shooting 2022. Got 3 birds down so far. So that's kind of the back history. That's kind of what I make. That's kind of the advice I'd give to people. Use your social media platforms to extend it. Copy your link from your video, put it in Facebook, put it in Instagram. I don't have Twitter. Put it in Twitter. Maybe do it somehow and link it to TikTok or whatever. Do everything. Pull out all the stops. Do whatever you can to share it on social media platforms to bring attention to YouTube. Do not get discouraged if, like right now, 80% of the people watching my videos have not subscribed to my channel. They have not clicked the bell for notification, and I don't know how many of them comment. I know the hot spots of the night, the age group that watches it, and mine is very fluctuating. I mean, from 13-year-old, and I don't make nothing for 18-year-old or under, which we're a clean channel, but I've got from like 13, 15-year-olds all the way up in the 60s. I've made friends in, British Columbia, Canada, Midwest. I mean, it's just crazy, the people that I've made friends with, and it's starting to open up doors and opportunities. Now, before I get in to the next part, I do want to say this. Deer Lick Ridge has brought me calls. I've had people send me stuff. You do not see nothing on this channel if I don't use it or believe in it. I don't just, if somebody wants me to shoot a video on something, they give me the product. I try it. If I don't like it, I don't hurt their feelings, I'll send it back. But if I like it and I keep it and do a video on it, I'll make sure that everybody out there knows how to get to it. So the SB Wood and Weld, Scott Brooks, good friend of mine. Never got to meet him in person, but we've talked on the phone, and we're going to be doing the Deer Expo in Lebanon in May 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Well, actually the 21st and 22nd of May in Lebanon, Tennessee. So y'all be watching for us there. But anyway, that kind of is the way the monetization works. So once you've made that 1,000, you keep growing. Now, from last year to this year, we're at 4,800 as of today. So thank y'all so much, for the ones that are subscribing and watching and doing what they're doing. And to those people, if you are watching, just thank you for being here. But if you really like what we're doing, please subscribe. Click that bell for notification where you don't miss a video. And, drop a comment, like, share. It helps us out. It helps YouTube see that you're interested. Okay, the second part of the money part of this is I actually make just about as much money off of Amazon as I do off of YouTube. And you're probably sitting there going, what? Well, everything that if I buy it from Amazon and I put it on and I use it, I leave the links in my videos for people to go find it, or a similar product if it's discontinued, which everything's back ordered right now. But people, whether they buy it or not, if they just click on my link, it gives me bounty and click for them to know that I'm getting the product out there, and they give me a few cents per thing. Then if somebody buys one, I get a little bit of the percentage. It's not a whole lot, but it does help. But if you take as many videos as I've got, I think I've got 226 out now in 2 years. That is probably astronomical compared to most people, but I do a lot of content. So there is ways to make money. You combine those two. I make $175 a month on Amazon. I make $175 a month on that. I can afford on YouTube, being monetized. I can afford to buy some hats and give one away every now and then, or make sure the people that's in my videos has got the hats, or sell one, make a couple dollars on it, buy stickers to give away. Just stick it back in. Continue the hustle of trying to make your dream go. So the Amazon Associate Accounts, there's plenty of videos on there to show you how to do that. It's very simple. They're making it easier as it goes. As long as you don't have a bad channel and do a lot of stuff with guns, you're probably okay. But as far as the future of Pine Life, I now am dedicated to usually a video on Tuesday and Saturday night. It seemed like the first year I was really struggling for content. Now it just comes easy. If I think it's going to help somebody, then I'll shoot the video. If I've got a project, it extends the video. If there's hunting, I can do that. But the true loyal fans that stick to it and the people that back you are the ones that's going to make you grow. And to the people that's made it this far on this video, I know you're the ones that usually subscribe and you don't fish straight through to the end. Thank y'all very much, and we know as a group, and me as my channel, that you're the reason that we've made it to where we're at. So the future of Pine Life, there'll probably be 2 videos a week through the summer. They'll probably run in consistency with playlist until deer season gets here, and then it's game on. It's basically take vacation, hunt, edit, put it out. Da 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 da. It's just wide open trying to keep the season going, or keep the channel going. So if you like what we're doing, like I said earlier, please subscribe and like. Drop a comment down below for something you'd like to see. Sometimes I can't get the ATVs and UTVs that people want to see because people don't have them, they're not around here, or people just ain't got the money to put in their side-by-sides. But I'm trying my best to answer, and that's another thing I pride ourselves on. We try our best to answer every single question. If we miss it, it's by some weird analytic issue that, you know, that we have no control over, and usually I'll find it and come back to it. But from the bottom of my heart, I'm not letting nothing slow me down with this amputation. I'm rolling on with therapy. I'm going to keep this channel going. But from the bottom of my heart, thank y'all so much for supporting Pine Life and letting us bring our world to you. Thank you for comments, likes, shares. We really appreciate it. And we're going to keep this rolling. I can't wait to see what April 12th, 2023 has in store for subscribers. Don't forget to catch us at the Tennessee Deer Expo Rendezvous in Lebanon, Tennessee, May 20th. Or May 21st and 22nd. That's in the Farm Bureau Expo building. We'll be set up a booth. We'll have a full line of hats and hopefully some shirts by then. We'll probably have a few stickers. You kids and stuff, and you guys, women, whatever, want to come by and grab a few stickers, put on your truck, your car. We'll have some pins to give away as long as they last. We'll have a few more surprises. SB Wood and Well will be set up there at our booth. I will have the display of all the new products that come out with them. Be watching for videos on them soon. And I'll shut up and get off here and let you get back to your night. But once again, thank y'all. I love y'all. Y'all are really making this old country boy happy. So, as always, God bless, and we'll see you on the next video.